Hey guys, this is Salim. Welcome to this exclusive episode of Technical Saturday series. And first of all, if you're someone who is new to our YouTube channel or even on our Facebook page, welcome to this particular video. And in this particular video, I'm going to share with you the overall analysis of how do we actually do the seven-step process. Because in previous videos of this particular series of Technical Saturdays itself, I've shared with you the overall seven-step analysis. Although sentiment is not what I have actually shared, but so far, I have shared the six topics, that is price, pattern, volume, momentum, volatility, time, and sentiment. As I already mentioned, sentiment is yet to be covered up, but sentiment is as simple as that. And if we look up at overall technical analysis, then the first six things which we have already covered up into this particular series, those are more than enough. But still, let's quickly have a look at how do we actually do the analysis based on that particular seven-step analysis. So on screen, as you can see the chart of Nifty 50, where we are having like price, we are having first of all price, then we have pattern, which is like a candlestick pattern which is being formed. Then we have momentum, we have RSI here, and then comes volatility. We have volume as well, but because it is index, that is Nifty 50. And similarly, if you look up at other indices as well, that is Bank Nifty and so on. So those indices are not having volume because index does not have any volume, but future contract of that particular index for that particular month, or even if you look up at the options chart of that particular thing, like although that is like advanced concept which I'll not cover up into this particular video, and I'll keep that for further videos. But as far as this particular thing is concerned, as I already mentioned, for index specific you can't see the volume, but if you look up at futures chart of that particular index, then you'll be able to see that particular volume as well. Let's consider like Nifty 50, which comes like October. Current month is October month, so October month future, we can see the volume as well. What is the overall current volume for that particular index? So on screen, you can see that we are having daily time frame. So let's quickly jump into monthly time frame. On monthly time frame, we are having like price is also sustaining, like forming higher tops and higher bottoms. It is sustaining above 60. So price is already above 60, which means we have got first confirmation. Second confirmation comes that the candle is also green candle, which is a bullish candle. Then comes volume, which we can't keep for this particular thing, that is Nifty 50 and Bank Nifty. Then comes momentum. RSI is already above 60, and Bollinger Bands is also opening the squeeze on the upper side, which means the long-term trend is completely bullish. Then comes weekly time frame, which is at a very important destination here itself, because right now in last 2 weeks it has given smaller correction, smaller retracement, and it has taken proper moving average support and RSI 60 support as well. And at this point of time, I want to give you one single nugget here itself in terms of RSI, is that when RSI of any of the chart, whether it is monthly, weekly, or daily time frame, whatever time frame it is all about, if RSI is above 60, which means it is mentioning that I am bullish. If it is breaking out of 60 or it is completely sustaining above 60, which means it is mentioning that I am bullish. If it is taking 60 support and then moving forward on the upper side by giving proper confirmation, then it is mentioning that I am very bullish. And even this is one of the points which I shared yesterday into our inner circle mastermind session as well, that on Nifty 50 we are having monthly above 60, which means it is depicting that I am very bullish. Then comes weekly time frame, where on weekly, since last 2 weeks, it is giving like reversal candle patterns on weekly time frame with proper moving average support and RSI 60 support as well, which means if after this particular candle, if a green candle comes up, then it will mention that I'm very bullish. And similarly, on daily time frame, in last week itself, it formed a base where it took support from lower Bollinger Band and it took RSI 40 support as well. And when it is resisting to cross 40 on the downside, at that point of time, it is mentioning that I'm not so bearish. I am not so bearish. If it is above 60, which means it is mentioning that I'm bullish. If it is taking 60 support and moving forward on the upside, it is mentioning that I'm very bullish. And similarly, if it is taking 40 support, which means it is resisting to breakdown of 40, that becomes that is what it is mentioning, that I am not so bearish. And daily time frame, it is mentioning that if you give me proper confirmation, then I can move into an uptrend as well, because monthly and weekly are already above 60 and daily is between 40-60, and the probability of daily to break out, because monthly and weekly, which means the long term and the medium term trend are already into an uptrend. Therefore, the probability of a daily time frame, that is like a short term trend, is very much higher, that it can also sustain and form higher tops and higher bottoms as well. So that's what the overall analysis of Nifty is all about. And similarly, if we look up at Bank Nifty chart, then Bank Nifty is slightly weaker, because on Bank Nifty we are having monthly above 60, squeeze open on the upside but not walk off the band, and it is forming like a red candle, indecisive candle. On weekly time frame, it is already between 40-60 and it is consolidating slightly below moving average, which means it is mentioning that I'm in a consolidation zone. And on daily time frame also, it slightly broke down of RSI 40 like in current week, this last week, and it again sustained above 40 itself, which means it is also a very good signal, which means in short-term trend, if it shows good strength, because even on daily time frame, it formed like a M pattern, which was being formed like a double top as well in terms of all-time high zone, and it was like almost around like a round value of 46,000 as well, slightly above that, but still it's like a round value itself, almost around 46,200. That was like a round value all-time high zone, and it was like M pattern as well. And after this particular confirmation, there is a probability that from this point of time, Nifty and Bank Nifty both can move forward on the upside and form higher tops and higher bottoms and move into like not just all-time high zone, but it can move into strong uptrend, and we can see a very good rally in many more stocks as well. And at this point of time, I just want to showcase one or two more stocks so that we can do the analysis in a top-down approach way. And the analysis which we do where we are having like monthly, weekly, daily time frame, or even if we go for daily, hourly, and 15 minutes time frame, that is what we call as like a top-down approach, where we are having like a proper 10-star, 7-star, or even at least 5-star signal. And if it is like monthly, weekly, daily, all are above 60, that becomes 10-star signal. If daily and weekly or monthly, any one of those is above 60, that becomes 7-star signal. And if only daily is breaking out of 60 or it is already sustaining above 60, that becomes like a 5-star signal. And at that point of time, weekly and monthly are between 40-60 or below 40 as well. So that's what it is all about. So on screen, you can see that Apollo Tyres, this is the stock where we have like monthly chart where monthly is above 60. And since last 2 months, it gave smaller correction as well on monthly time frame, but it is sustaining above 60, which means it is mentioning that I'm bullish. And similarly on weekly time frame, it broke down of moving average, it broke down of RSI 60 as well, and went into a sideways zone. But this last 1 week, it swallowed almost 2.5 weeks candle. As you can see that this particular green candle which is being formed, it has already swallowed almost 2.5 weeks downfall, which is again like a bullish signal. And if we look up at daily time frame, then on daily time frame, we have like continuous rally on the downside, but RSI is moving forward on the upside. And this particular week, like last week, in last 2 to 3 candles, you can see that it has given proper range shift from being bearish, that is from being below 40 in terms of RSI. Right now, it has taken 40 support, and now it is mentioning that I'm not so bearish. If it is not breaking out, it is not breaking down of 40, it is mentioning that I'm not so bearish. And in this video itself, I have shared this concept, I guess, twice or thrice: not so bullish, not so bearish, and so on. Right. So at this point of time, Apollo Tyres is showing strength, and after proper confirmations, because as you can see that since mid of August month, this is like the beginning of October month itself, it didn't broke out of moving average. Although in one candle it tried to break out, but it was unable to sustain. But this particular current candle, which is formed on daily time frame, it has given proper confirmation on the upside. And if we look up at short-term trend of even a short-term trend, that is like hourly and 15 minutes time frame, then hourly is also sustaining above 60, squeeze open on the upside and walk off the band as well, which is again a very good sign, bullish signal. And 15 minutes is also sustaining above 60, which means the short-term trend of the short-term trend, that is hourly and 15 minutes time frame, those are already sustaining above 60. Monthly is also sustaining above 60. Weekly and daily are between 40-60 as of now. And hourly and 15 minutes are trying to pull this particular stock on the upside. And there is a probability that this particular stock can be traded with a very, like you can consider with very small risk, which means we can enter on this particular candle as and when the market opens by tomorrow. We can execute this particular trade and we can keep the stop loss below this particular candle as well. And risk appetite is going to be varied from person to person, but this is what the overall technical stop loss can be all about, right? And even I'm not mentioning that we should buy this particular stock, but this is looking good in terms of like system specific, because these are different types of trading which we can do, like 40 support, 60 resistance, and many more things. Because right now, if we look up at the overall market condition, there are a lot of stocks which are showing 1 day momentum, 2 day momentum, but those are the stocks which are between 40-60, and those are the stocks which cannot be traded based on system 3 or system 3 advance as well. So there is a higher probability that we can execute the trade based on maybe supports. We can trade based on like system 4 strategy as well. Although on free platforms, I have not yet shared system 3, system 4 as well. But definitely in upcoming videos, I'm also going to share with you all those particular videos as well. And let's have a look at one more example here. We have on screen, we have AB Capital, where monthly is about 60. And this is like not an all-time high zone stock, because The all-time of this particular stock is almost around 250. So monthly is above 60 for the very first time, because this is like a continuous rally which is being formed, and it is already sustaining above 60. Then we have weekly time frame, which has resisted to cross 60, as you can see, like in latest 4 to 5 weeks back, and right now it is aspiring to break out of 60 as well, which is a good sign. And on daily time frame, it has given proper range shift as well, and like a smaller double bottom which is being formed here. You can see like a W pattern, and even in terms of RSI, it has given proper divergence as well. Although as of now, I have not yet covered divergence as well, because that is like an advanced concept. But definitely, I'll share that particular concept as well. So even on daily time frame, it is showing very good signal, like a reversal signals as well. And even on hourly, it is sustaining above 60. 15 minutes is also sustaining above 60. So it is showing strength in the short-term trends as well. Right. So this is what we have for this particular video, like the way we do the analysis. That's why I created this particular video, just to showcase that how it is as simple as that in order to do the top-down approach, and how do we actually filter out the stock. And even this is the most simplified manner on how do we actually filter out the stock. And this is the process which we actually follow into our inner circle mastermind session as well, which is specifically for the paid members of our community of the Achievers Club. But as far as this video is concerned, I hope that you are absolutely clear about how do we actually start our analysis journey, because in previous videos, I have shared with you the theoretical part, but implementation is also as important as learning about what we have, what we want to cover up, like tools and systems and strategies and so on. Right. So I hope that you have learned and enjoyed a lot from this particular video. And if you're watching this particular video on Facebook page, make sure you hit the like button. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like this particular video and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because according to the stats of our YouTube channel, almost 70% of the people, those who watch our videos, they haven't yet subscribed. So make sure you subscribe to our channel as well. And looking forward to see you and serve you in upcoming videos. And tomorrow I'll see you in weekly mastermind session, where I'll do the overall analysis once again. Till then, live fully, love openly, and make the difference today. I wish you joy and abundance in all you do.